Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, today we're tackling something you probably walk past every single day but rarely give a second thought to. Well, until it stops working, of course. We're talking about HVAC systems. Now, we often just see them as these giant, noisy metal boxes sitting up on a roof or hidden behind a building, but they are so much more than that. Think of them as the literal lungs and heart of the buildings we live, sleep, and work in. Without them, our modern indoor world just wouldn't exist. Let's get right into it. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll be covering understanding HVAC systems, the anatomy of the system, the step-by-step operation, preventive maintenance routines, and finally, common problems and solutions.
Section 1. Understanding HVAC systems, the lungs of your building.
If you imagine a building as a living, breathing organism, it needs a reliable way to inhale fresh air, exhale stale air, and regulate its internal temperature just to survive. And that is exactly where HVAC comes in. It stands for heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. It's really not just a machine for making a room cold. It's a comprehensive system used to actively control room temperature, maintain healthy air quality, pull that heavy humidity right out of the air, and provide vital fresh air circulation. It really is the ultimate all-in-one solution for surviving extreme weather outside while totally preventing those stale, stuffy environments inside.
Now, what's really fascinating here is the sheer scale and variety of where these systems are required. I mean, we all know they keep our residential buildings comfortable, right? But they are also relied upon in heavy industries, in hospitals where sterile air quality is literally a matter of life and death, in data centers that would just melt down without precise cooling, and no joke, even in nuclear power plants. It's kind of incredible to think that the exact same fundamental engineering, keeping your living room cozy, is also keeping a nuclear facility perfectly stable.
Section 2. Anatomy of the system, the organs of air control. Just like the human body relies on specific organs to stay alive, an HVAC setup has core components that each perform a highly specialized, absolutely critical function. Let's break them down. First up, the compressor. Think of this as the beating muscle of the whole system. Its primary job is to take low-pressure refrigerant gas and basically squeeze it, compressing it to significantly increase both its pressure and its temperature. It is the powerful driving force pushing that refrigerant through the entire cycle. Next up, we have the condenser. After the compressor heats things up, the refrigerant moves right here. The condenser's role is to reject all that absorbed indoor heat back out into the environment. And as it releases this heat to the outside air, the high-pressure refrigerant gas cools down just enough to convert back into a liquid state. Component number 3 is the expansion valve. Now, this acts as a vital bottleneck to regulate the internal pressure. So, the high-pressure liquid refrigerant reaches this valve, which rapidly reduces its pressure. This sudden pressure drop drastically cools the refrigerant down, and the valve carefully controls exactly how much of it flows into the very next stage. And that next stage is the evaporator. This is where the true magic of cooling actually happens inside your space. The supercooled refrigerant enters the evaporator coils. As warm air from your room blows over these freezing coils, the refrigerant absorbs that heat, producing that crisp, cool effect you feel blowing out of your vents. Fifth on our list is the air handling unit, or the AHU for short. This is really the central hub of the system. The AHU physically moves and cleans the air. Inside this large unit, you're going to find the powerful blower fan, the air filters that catch all the dust and debris, and the cooling coil itself. It's the machine directly responsible for getting that conditioned air perfectly ready for delivery. Once the air is prepped, well, it needs a way to travel, which brings us to component 6, the duct system. You can basically picture the ductwork as the circulatory system, the veins and arteries of the building. These metallic pathways are carefully laid out behind the walls and ceilings to distribute the freshly conditioned air evenly into every single room. Finally, we have the thermostat and control system. If the compressor is the heart, the thermostat is absolutely the brain of the whole operation. It constantly monitors the environment and commands the entire system, automatically turning components on and off to perfectly maintain whatever temperature you desire. Section 3. The step-by-step operation. The respiratory process. Okay, we've met the individual parts, but now let's see how they team up in a dynamic, continuous cycle. It all starts with the inhale. In step 1, the air return. Warm, stale air from the room is pulled right into the system through the return ducts. Then, in step 2, filtration, that air gets scrubbed clean. It passes through filters that capture dust, smoke, and other annoying indoor contaminants.
By step 3, the cooling process begins in earnest. This freshly filtered but still warm air blows over the evaporator coil, which absorbs the indoor heat using that incredibly cold refrigerant we talked about earlier.
Let's see how this builds into the second half of the cycle. In step 4, the refrigerant that just absorbed your room's heat gets forcefully squeezed by the compressor into a high-pressure gas. Step 5 is heat rejection. Here, the condenser takes that concentrated heat and physically releases it completely outside the building. Now that the heat is gone, step 6, air distribution, takes over. The blower fan powerfully sends the newly chilled air back through those ducts and right into your rooms. And wrapping the whole shebang up is step 7, temperature control. The thermostat continuously monitors the whole process so the loop runs exactly as long as it needs to.
Section 4, preventative maintenance routines, prescribing preventative medicine.
Now that we know exactly how this wonderful machine works, how do we actually keep it running efficiently? Well, think of this as a life cycle map for your equipment. Just like we go to the doctor for regular checkups, your HVAC needs preventative medicine. On a daily basis, it's as simple as checking the temperature, listening for any abnormal noises or vibrations, and watching for control panel alarms. Weekly, you should be checking for leaks and, crucially, cleaning those air filters. Monthly tasks get a bit more involved, like cleaning the condenser coil and inspecting electrical connections. Quarterly, you're measuring the compressor's electrical current and checking the refrigerant pressure. And annually, that's when it's time for the deep work, overhauling the blower motor, performing a deep clean of the AHU, and calibrating those smart sensors.
But hey, the crucial point here is before you grab a wrench or open a panel, safety absolutely must come first. You must always isolate the power before performing any maintenance. That means strictly following lockout and tagout procedures so no one accidentally turns the machine on while you are actively working on it. Always use personal protective equipment like gloves and goggles, ensure you have proper ventilation in your workspace, and handle that refrigerant with extreme care.
Section 5, common problems and solutions, diagnosing the symptoms. We all know the collective groan we let out when the AC breaks down in the dead of summer, right? Or the sheer panic of a massive electricity bill. Let's diagnose what's actually happening behind the scenes. Experiencing low cooling? The cause is very likely a dirty filter, so simply clean or replace it. Seeing high power consumption? That's often a dirty condenser coil struggling to release heat, so go ahead and clean the coil. Water leaking everywhere? That usually points to a blocked drain line that just needs to be cleared out. If the system sounds excessively noisy, you've probably got loose components that need their fittings tightened. And if your compressor's overheating, you might be dealing with a low refrigerant, which means it's time to call a pro for a recharge. So, we've covered a ton of mechanical ground today, but what should you really take away from all this? Well, understanding the anatomy and sticking to those maintenance routines directly translates to major advantages for your daily life. A well-maintained system guarantees a constantly comfortable environment, significantly better indoor air quality, and precise humidity control. On top of that, an optimized system runs with high energy efficiency, which, let's be honest, lowers those utility bills, and provides much improved equipment reliability so you aren't left stranded on the absolute hottest or coldest day of the year. I'll leave you with this final thought. We started out by calling the HVAC system the lungs and heart of your environment. So, when was the last time you checked your building's heartbeat? Whether it's the home you sleep in or the office you work in, that vital air is surrounding you right now. I hope this explainer has empowered you to go take a look at your thermostat, maybe check your air filter tonight, and really appreciate the incredible engineering keeping you comfortable. Thanks for learning with me.